Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Mythical Stitches, and it is a very special break in my normal vlogs to do this video. Today is April 15th, and it is my 3rd anniversary of being on YouTube. We're going into my 4th year. 3rd year has been completed, and I honestly no idea that I was going to do this long, stick with it as repetitiously as I have. So wanted to send out a special video that says thank you for watching all this time, and if you're new, for being interested. I know I have some subscribers that have been here since day one, and I truly appreciate it, and everybody that's come along since. I'm at almost 1,600 subscribers, so that's pretty good. I never expected to get that high. I never expected to get the 100 I got in the first week. I went back and I watched my year 1 video, my very first video, April 1st, 2017. And to be completely honest, I couldn't even watch it. I think we all have that thing about having to watch ourselves, but I feel like I've come a long way in the last 3 years. And anyway, so I thought we would go over a couple things tonight. The first is kind of where I'm at. So the whips that I showed in my very first video, I've completed all of them, I believe. I don't think any were UFOs from that video. Now, when I started, I had like 7 whips, and that was brand new to me. I had just started that within that year. I now have tons, as y'all all know if you've watched any of my videos recently. I'm currently around 46. With 36-ish of those active. I have what I call the understudy box. So some of my whips where I have more than one from the same designer, i.e. Mirabilia, or / Nora Corbett, I will have one of them active, and I will have one of them in the understudy box, or however many in the understudy box. And once they hit their goals, I'll trade them out. So that's why I have my active whips. And so I completely blanked. I do not have the understudy box with me today, but I am going to show you a few of those pieces here shortly. So that being said, but that's down from like the 70 I had last year. So I'm going to go over my Maynia plans today, and in doing that, trying to find my photos, I'm going to go over each day of Maynia individually. So a quick explanation, because I know there are so many Maynia videos coming out of the WordWorks right now. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Maynia was the idea of Garrett Coffee Stitcher and I believe a couple other people to start 15 whips in 15 days, 15 new starts. And it was something to kind of push them out of their comfort zone a little bit, and become an exciting event. Now, since then, it has taken on a whole new life of its own. There's the Stitch Mania group, which is, a whole life of its own and huge. So there are many ways to participate. I started in 2017. I think I started 12 things, because that was literally all the supply I had in order to start. And I didn't even hear about Stitch Mania till just before. I want to say just before I started Floss Tube, so within the month. And they were kits that I had laying around. I did not have a stash like I do now. I was really fairly new to counted cross stitch in general. Even though I've been cross stitching since I was little, I did stamped cross stitch for the longest time, and then once I found Counting Cross Stitch, and then I found Facebook groups about cross stitch, it all just, you know how it is. It's a snowball effect. You get enabled by people, you learn about new things. It's an amazing community. So, anyway, I had 12 starts that year. The next year, I worked all year to be prepared for Maynia in 2018, and I started a bunch, basically to where I had one every day of the month. Some of that, I do what is affectionately known as the Blind and Cat method. It's from Brittany Church at Ingleside Imaginarium, and she decided that, like, you keep track of which day you worked on which project, started which project, and then the next year, if that project is still an active WIP, you essentially work on it on its birthday, the day it was created. So then you would only get new starts on days where you actually had completed from the year before. This keeps you from accumulating a lot more. It gets you working on those things and remembering, the ones you started, because I feel like there are lots of times where there's a strange shadow. Oh, it's my hair. It looked kind of like a cat in the window. Do you see that? Anyway, sorry. Sometimes we start things and we get so invested in something new that comes along that we forget to go back. And so it brings attention to those as well. So I've always done that. I will be continuing that this year, and I will show you here in a minute what all running a group. That's another thing I've done in the last couple years. Anyway, so Blind and Cat method, and then whenever I would have an opening, I would fill those with WIPs, and then it kind of creates this constant rotation. Especially, I do try and keep all my WIPs active and worked on. I don't have one that I started for Maynia and haven't touched since. So you do see a bit of rotation throughout the years. But I do have some going all the way back to my first Maynia. So I don't have that one with me, but I will show you. So we're going to go through each day of the month and whether or not I have a WIP, what year it's from, and then in the blank spots, we'll leave the blank spots till the end, and then I'll show you what my plans are for this year and maybe even get some suggestions. So the very first one, so May 1st, my very first Maynia, I wanted to start it off right, and I started a Haid, and I do not have that here with me today because it's in the understudy box, as I have 4 Haids currently going. This was my second Haid at the time, and then I also had very mini treasure hunt bookshelf, but I no longer have that one. So this is mini Phantom of the Masquerade. Oh, she's so gorgeous. I cannot wait to pull her out again. Oh, this little side note that I meant to tell you is that I have a rotation. I have a way of doing things. I have the main and I have the understudy. All of that goes out the window for May. And I think that's part of the heart of Maynia is it's something that takes you outside your comfort zone, and it's something a little bit crazy and a lot of work, but not so much that it kills your stitchy bug. Be mindful of that. And just it's just a thing all in of itself. So my rotation will go out the window. My intention is still to have a daily project like Mini Alice and Dolly Dream, more than likely, for the daily 30. But I may be doing a lot of penalty stitches for homework because I want to work on these things every night. My scavenger hunt's probably going to be put on hold for May also. We'll see. I may find a way to fit all that stuff in too. I've been known to do that, where I have a daily start, or my daily 30, a new start, and then a WIP. I might do that, I might not. I'm not quite sure on that part yet. So anyways, May 1st will be Once Upon, or I'm so stuck on that word, Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. Pull her out and work on her for the duration of the evening. And then she'll go back up until she comes out in my paid rotation that I have going. Because I'm pretty sure Once Upon a Fairy Tale won't be ready to be put away by then. Okay, so my second one, I got this piled. I tried to be a little prepared. A little bit. So that one was started in 2017. My first Maynia. Last year for 2019's Maynia, I had an empty spot on May 2nd, and I started Growth Rings by Ink Circles. As you can see, it didn't get a lot of attention this last year, but it's not where it was when I ended Maynia, so that's good. And so it should come out and see some light. This is 32 count linen in Hecate from Under the Sea Fabrics. Whew. Man, it's nice and pretty. And then I just picked 2 colors of modeled variegated threads in 2 colors that I liked. A light yellow and a broad yellow. So that will be worked on May 2nd. I should also point out I usually do a vlog for Maynia, so you will be seeing all this again and getting explained all over again every day. It will be a daily vlog. I'll upload them daily instead of just weekly like my normal ones. Next is Which Way, and you'll see this on my next video because I worked on it this week. But I still have the words down here, some more of her hair and hat, and a ton of back stitching to do. So she's still got a little ways to go. She should still be around for May 3rd because I probably won't work on her again this month. Now, a couple of these have a possibility of getting finished before then, in which case they would be filled with new starts, but I'm not holding my breath on anything. May 4th, May the 4th be with you. I know everybody does a Star Wars start. I don't Star Wars, sorry. So I'm going to be working on, and I started this in 2019, Haunted Mansion from the Tiny Modernist. And my goal in this one for the year is to get 2 rooms done, so maybe that's when that will happen. This is on 32 count linen in Lycan's Moon from Under the Sea Fabrics. So there's that one. Alright, next was also a 2019 Maynia start. This is Mean Mother from Lizzie Kate. What's that fabric? This is on 28 count Lugana, Opal Lugana in Gaia from Under the Sea Fabrics. My goal on this one for the year is to be 3/4 done with it. So I think I just have like another line of words and then its goal will be met. So not only will I be working on it on May 5th for Maynia, it will get its goal completed, it will get marked off my WIPGO board, and I will pull out my next Lizzie Kate out of the understudy box. How exciting. Okay. Next, this one was started in 2018, which is probably one of the reasons its goal this year is to be finished, because I try not to bring, I mean, obviously Hades are going to go over many years, but I try not to keep my whips more than a year, but at least not 2 to 3. So this is, this is one I've been focusing on this year. All I have left at the bottom is the word Blitzen, and then like a little neighborhood that's down here. So we'll get some pretty good stitching in there on May the 6th. This is on, I believe it's 32 count Joblin in Frosted Mint, I think, from Fiberlicious. No. Yeah, Fiberlicious Fabrics. Yeah. Next is Snowy Outlet. I started this one in 2019. It it's my first attempt at a Mill Hill kit. I'll show you, it looks like that. I have not been the best about working on it, so this is where we're at. I had to completely restart it at 1.2 because I had totally messed it up. That's where we're at. Because that one's so small, I kept it in its bag. That's something else, brief timeout, is when I made my first video, this is how I kept track of all my WIPs, was in these dollar pencil pouches that I get when school time comes around. I still use them. I don't use the binders because I just have so many of them. I would have like 1,000 binders, so I just keep them in. I have my floss tube, New Jersey floss tube retreat from this last year. I have this is a bag from Sajou in Paris, an LNS that I went to. I also have my StitchCon bag from 2018. It's starting to wear off because I use it too much. So it's a collection of stitchy things. And I have this is the New Jersey one is my active, like the scavenger hunt pieces and pieces I work on every day. Sajou is anything that I haven't worked on since, you know, we did that reset. And then the StitchCon is the ones that have been worked on, but I still need them nearby in case, you know, because on homework days I can work on anything. So it's a little different system now. It's constantly evolving, but there are some things that just are tried and true, and I kind of tend to stick with. All right, so after Snowy Outlet, we have 3 days where I have finished whatever project was for Maynia last year, and I didn't even write them down, so I couldn't tell you. So we will get back to that. So a minimum of 3 so far. The next one is Wedding Row. I started this one in 2019. It's by Bent Creek. I think my goal on this one is a page finish, or project half done maybe. Whichever, it should be getting close. This is on 32 count Lugana in Barnwood from Picture This Plus, and most of the threads are called for. I think I substituted out 1 or 2, but I think it's really pretty. So that one will be worked on May 11th, and that was a 2019 start. Okay, I hope those don't get in front of my camera eventually. Okay, on the 12th, we have another open day, so we are now up to 4 new starts for Maynia, 4 guaranteed starts. Then in 2019, on May 13th, I started Fall Pumpkin. This is by Alessandra Adelaide, and I want to say I started this in 2018 and then restarted it in 2019 because I originally had it on an opal Lugana in Huntress with and it just, fabric was not good. So instead I changed it up. I put it on the bright orange fabric, did it with darker colors because it's originally charted in oranges, and restarted it last year. So I've actually gotten quite a bit done on this since May 13th of 2019. So, and yeah, this is on 32 count Lugana in Pele's Fire from Under the Sea Fabrics. It is gorgeous orange and yellow. All right, the 14th, man, I have to say I'm pretty good about getting my Maynia stuff done because there are very few of these that aren't from 2019. This one is also from 2019. It is May 14th, 2019. It's Key to My Heart from Stitchrovia. I picked 2 colors of Victoria Motto threads that I really liked. This fabric is Color Cascades Mystery Fabric of the Month for March 2017. It's freaking gorgeous. She doesn't name her fabrics though, so And I'm pretty sure this is a 32 count Lugana, or even weave of some sort. Okay, pause 1 second because people can't leave me alone. All right, so next, that needs to go back in there. It was May 15th, 2019. I started Good Intentions from Kathy Barrick. And here's where we're at. This is why Jessie Marie needs to start it this year for Maynia. If you haven't watched her videos, she does her Maynia Plans and she has us voting on a needleworker one. So this is on 32 count Lugana in doubloon from Picture This Plus. So that's May 15th, 2019. We worked on this year. On May 16th was another one that got finished at some point. So I think a lot of those honestly were, maybe not a lot of them, but some of them were those Advent animals that I finally finished. So there's that. So we're up to 5 new starts for Maynia. On May 17th, 2018, I started House Targaryen from Lolita Made on Etsy, and I'm very close to hitting my goal on this one for this year because it was a page finish and all I have is the rest of this checkered and a little filigree, and this page is done and I will be officially half done with this project. So we should get there on May 17th. Next, this is my only other one from 2017. These are my only 2 projects from 2017, and all my projects will be 2018 or after. And as you know, I am focusing on this one. I'm working on it not every day, but every week at least, and I am trying to get it done. And that is Autumn Wraith. This is from a Just Cross Stitch October 2014 magazine. It's by Angela Pullen of Pullen Designs, and this fabric, I don't know, I got it from an LNS, they took the tag off. It was called Tiger's Eye. I don't know who it's by. It's a linen. I want to say probably a 32 count linen. So that's where we're at. I just have this top corner. I'm going to be working on this tonight because, you know, scavenger hunt night, but so obviously mini Phantom of the Masquerade will not be finished this year, but otherwise my 2017 ones will be knocked out, and we'll put those 2018 ones higher on the block, try and get them knocked out. Okay, so August, where am I getting August? May 19th, 2018, I started Mira Mask at a retreat. It was a freebie that was given to us. I do not have it with me because it is a Nora Corbett, so it's in the understudy box. But I can show you what it looks like. And I am nowhere near ready, close to getting finished on that one. Nowhere near. It has not been a priority. It's probably not going to become a priority. I work on it when I work on it. The 20th is an open day, so we are now up to 6 new starts. Then on the 21st is another one that's in the understudy box. Go. And that is Fairy Tale Lands 1 by Soda Stitch. I have all of the Pinocchio finished and I'm working on the Hansel and Gretel. So this one still needs a lot of work. Again. So it will be worked on May 21st. It was a 2018 start. The 22nd is an open day, so we're up to 7 new starts. The 23rd was Owe Them All from Erica Michaels. It was a 2019 Maynia start. and here's where we're at on that one. It still needs quite a bit of work, but I usually get pretty good strides in it every time I work on it because it's big blocks of color. So this is on 32 count, right? 28 count Lugana in Anubis from Under the Sea Fabrics. I like Anubis. It's a real, kind of a darker neutral color. Anyway. Alright. On May 24th, I will be working on Living with Charm. It is in the understudy box, as it is also a Lizzie Kate. And this is what it looks like. I started it as a 2017 Mania. It got restarted in 2019. So I'll be working on it. On May 25th, I started in 2019. I started I Solemnly Swear from, I want to say Fiddlesticks AU. Pretty sure it's the Gryffindor one because I test as Gryffindor. I will be changing the banner to purple though, just to put a little bit of me in there. But this is on 32 count linen, no, 28 count linen and NYX from Under the Sea Fabrics. This one I specifically went linen because it had the darker with the better modeling. But I really don't mind Under the Seas linen as bad as a bunch of the others that I bought. Alright, next, Here Lie My Needles. I started this one in 2019. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is where I have gotten to. You can tell I kind of stitch all over the place. I'm a mess. So this will be worked on May 26th this year. Okay, and on the 27th is another one that is in the understudy box because it's also a Lizzie Kate. And it is, which one? Oh. This one is Time for God. This is something I'm doing for someone else, but they don't know about it. It's not a high priority, and so it will probably be the last of the Lizzie Kate ones to come out of the understudy box. So, all right, the 28th is open, so I now have, well, now I lost count, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new starts that I can do. And we're getting really close to discussing those. My goodness. Next is Fox View. This is one that could possibly be finished before, and which would open up an 8th spot. So this is Fox View from Plum Street, and I started it May 29th, 2019. It is on a tea coffee dyed Monaco that I did. So that's that one. And I substituted all the threads on that one, so which is stuff I had in my stash. Alright, and the 31st of May we had a Mira event on Virtual Stitchers, and I started Nora Corbett's Miss Ladybug. You should know her. She's one of my focuses this year. This is on 32 count Jobelin in Lily Pad from Under the Sea Fabrics. I definitely need more Lily Pad in my life, I think. So she will be worked on then. I will also be working on her this weekend, so she'll look different in the vlog. There will be some changes, just not a lot. Alright, so the next thing we have is what my plans are for new starts. And that is, I'm trying not to overload my active whips. I only want to have 38 going at a time because that's how many fits on my little list. So what I thought is, one, I would be starting kind of smaller things. Also, there are things that are part of a series that I have already started, so they can go into the understudy box and only come out when there's openings. Now, granted, very few of these have their the one I started of the series is not necessarily active. Some of them I finished. Some of them are active. You'll see as we go through them. I'm going to have to show a lot of them on my phone though, because I don't keep patterns in the bags. And they're new start, so there's nothing to see. So I need to pick 7 of them. And then for my 8th, I may just do anything from the kitted if that becomes a thing. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see. So, okay, first one that I have. So one of my active whips is Forever and Ever from Cottage Garden Samplings. This one, I'm talking about the wrong thing, so I'll have to switch here. This one is the second one from the series. It's called Merry and Bright. Oh, I'll show you the picture. So that's what it looks like. And I am putting it on 28 count Lugana in Dryad from Under the Sea Fabrics. So it's green and pink. And I have that one all kitted up. So basically I would start it for Maynia, it would go into the understudy box, and when Forever and Ever finally gets finished, because it's going to happen this year, this would then become an active whip. Or could. Doesn't have to. We'll see how my understudy box looks by the end of the year. So that's one. If I know there are more than 7, but I do not know if there are 7 different ones. If there are, we may have like a voting thing. Let's get there. All right, the next, I don't know if y'all remember I think it's on the picture, so. I did the Britter Kitty, oh, I've clipped it out. Thanksgiving, he looked like a turkey. Well, this is December's, and it says Waiting for Santa. So, he is not an active whip, but, yeah. And it would just go on this 32 count ivory from Zweigart. So that's another one that I could do. Next is the Laundry Company. Which one is this? Oh, I don't have it marked. Okay. I have all of these. I did Never Ending Cycle. I have the other ones kitted, so I can do more than one of them or just one of them, depending on how many we need for this. There's Irony, Self-Service, loads of fun, and the Mystery where it says Wash, Dry, Fold. I have all 3 of those kitted up, so that's at least one more, so we're up to 3 with a possibility of 5. Okay. Next, another Britter cup. It's not, okay, so November and December were a set, but because they're all so much alike, I'm calling them all a set, basically. So one of the ones I have kitted up is this bottom one, oops, which is Bunny in a Basket, that one. And I'm going to be doing it on 28 count Ophelia. It's a Lugana with a gold sparkle in it. And this is from Under the Sea Fabrics. So that one or December, you know, we'll lump those together. This is Year of Celebrations February. So I've done January. Let's see if I just have the big picture here. So I've done January. February would be that small one with the heart. I'm doing them all on the same fabric, which is Brash from Picture This Plus, 32 count Lugana. So that's a 4th set. And I do kind of want that to be one of the ones I do. Okay, so I showed you Fox View, and if y'all know that series, it is a series, and I also have Tired Trio. Let's see, which is, where are you? by the way, if y'all don't know or follow me on Facebook, I have all of these in an album on my Facebook to be looked at. It's under Kitted. Apparently I don't have the cover photo for Tired Trio, but it's sloths. I'm sure you've seen the sloths. I need to get that in there. So I'm going to be doing this on Fog from Picture This Plus. It's a 32 count Lugana. Just kind of like a smoky white color. So that's a 5th set. We have more of the Year of Celebrations. I can do all the way through June, I believe. And the last one, which puts us at 6 sets, right, is the word plays from With Thy Needle. I did June's last year, but I have the fabric to do more of them. It's just a coffee tea dyed Monaco that I did. And so that gives us 6 sets. So if I do one wordplay, 1 Year of Celebrations, the Tired Trio, one of the laundry ones, one of the Britter cups, and Merry and Bright. I think that's all the sets that I have. So that gives us 6. I'll do one of each of those. And then y'all can choose a 7th. Okay, so what I need you to do below. We know Merry and Bright for sure. We know, and so all the rest, entire trio for sure. Okay, so those 2, no questions. Britter Cup, I need you to choose between Bunnies in a Basket or Waiting on Santa. Bunnies in a Basket, Waiting on Santa. Which one of the laundry company ones I should do? Because we have Irony, Loads of Fun, and the Mystery. Year of Celebrations, I'm just gonna do the next one. And same with Wordplay. So, for those 2, choose which one I should do and which one should be my 7th. And then my Maynia will be all set up. And if an 8th one comes along, that voting will be in May. So, okay, the last thing I want to do before I let y'all go, and thank you so much for joining me for another year of floss tubing and stitching and craziness, is I recently purchased Mary Needleworker from Mythical Stitches. Let me show you what she looks like, because I have her completely kitted up, and we'll be starting her soon-ish, sometime this year, hopefully. If you comment below and help me decide what my Maynia is going to be, you will be automatically entered to win this pattern, and I will ship it to you no matter where you are. Although international may have to wait a little bit because I don't know the status of international shipping right now. I know in Australia they've completely shut it down. So if you're international, I will hold on to it until we can make sure it will get to you safely. If you're in America, I can go ahead and ship it out to you. So if you vote on Bunnies in a Basket or Waiting for Santa or any of the laundry company ones below, I will automatically enter you to get this pattern. So I'm so excited for a whole nother year of floss tubing, and we are starting season 4. We're in the 4th year, so you will notice a title change starting with this video. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feel free to put them below and I will be happy to address them. So I hope you all have a great stitching night, and I will see you soon.